What is up, everybody? This is Erik, the one and only Bay Area collector, and today I am doing my November 2022 video game haul, or whatever I have as the haul, as you guys will see in a minute. But anyways, before anything, I would like to say a special, just a shout out to everybody. A happy belated Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had a great time with your family and friends and loved ones and enjoyed the festivities. But yeah, happy belated Thanksgiving. But anyways, let's get going. Let's go ahead and do our digital buys of the month, which are none. I did not buy anything digitally. Which is funny because normally I'll buy like at least one or two things, but I don't think I bought, can't remember if last month I bought any digital downloads or anything, but this month I didn't either. However, video game wise, like I was explaining earlier, the video game part was a little bit of a bust. However, as far as other things that I got a bunch of other things. So technically speaking, this month would probably be the month where I may have one of the least amount of video game buys that I had. But let's begin and I'll explain more as I go along. First things first, I bought Masters of the Universe for the Game Boy Advance. This is a isometric 3D adventure game. I remember playing this one many years ago when I played it through a ROM, but the ROM wasn't working that well. But I kind of liked the game, but I don't remember beating it or anything. So fast forward years later, I've been buying these these Legos. They're not Legos, but they're like mega constructors. You'll see I have one that I bought. I'll show it later in a little bit. I have a bunch of them. I gave them to my son at the beginning, but then my son refused them and he gave them back to me. So I kept them, and there are a bunch of He-Man Lego figures or building block figures. And my plan is to actually play this one sooner or later on my bucket list to play. Review the game and then review the building blocks because they're very cool in my opinion. But more to that once I decide to do the video for this, But anyways, Masters of the Universe for the Game Boy Advance. It's a pretty decent game from what I remember. The next one is a game that I've been looking for a really long time, and it finally went on sale. And it's Tales of Iron for the PS5. This whole month, just like the previous months, GameStop has been doing on the clearance an additional 50% off. So I remember getting this half off, and then I used like my $5 coupon, so it didn't come out to that expensive. So I didn't spend a lot on the game. This one, I believe it looks like it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up action RPG. But it's one of those games I've noticed before, and I decided to get it. I didn't realize that it was also available for the Switch. This is something that I would have preferred to have on the Switch, but it was going really cheap on the PS5. So yeah, and actually there are a lot of you'll see PS5 games were going for rather cheap this month on GameStop, and I'll explain a little bit more. Next game is Grow Song of the Evertree for the Nintendo Switch. This is a game that I got on sale at Best Buy. Best Buy was having a bunch of video game sales. Like they had some stupid cheap games for really cheap, but this is where I was gonna explain. I don't know if you guys remember in 2019, and I did a video game haul in November of 2019. I got a bunch between November and for Christmas. I got a bunch of video games for really cheap through Best Buy. Fast forward to today, they were doing the same thing, but everything was not out there anymore. Like either people bought them for some reason, or they were sold out or not available in my area, and I was pissed off because there were some really good games that I would have really liked having. I went to a couple of Best Buys in person and they didn't have anything going. And then I noticed that this one wasn't at one of the stores that I went. Supposedly it said it was available, but I went to physically I went to the store, but then on the website it said it was available at my store. So then I said, okay, whatever. I got it, but I feel like I paid a little bit more. I was gonna buy some other games that were really cheap, but then unfortunately when I put them on the cart, they weren't available. And then my girlfriend was the one who bought it, and I'm not gonna say she jumped the gun because I told her to get it for me, but I made the mistake of telling her to get it before she told me that she couldn't buy the other two games. So, you know, by that time she had already purchased it. And I said, okay, I'll pick it up. Not to say that I didn't want it, because this one looks like a really, it's like gameplay of this game. It's like an adventure platformer. It looks very, very good, like as far as graphics and everything. But if I would have had a choice to not get it, I would have probably held back on it. But hopefully I won't regret buying it, because I feel like I spent a little bit more on this one, and I could have, you know, hold off on it. And then now this weekend, like I mentioned, the other store that had a lot of really good games on sale was GameStop. Earlier last week, I was researching a bunch of games that I wanted to get, and I kept getting like, okay, trying to put them in my cart and this and that, and then they weren't available. Fortunately, I was able to get a couple of games from the website at GameStop. The bad part was that only you'll see real soon in the list that I'm about to show right now. One of them arrived this weekend. The other one arrived on last Friday. However, I was really ticked off at the fact that that game was supposed to be for my son. He wanted it, but the game, it said that it was brand new, and it wasn't. And so my girlfriend said, okay, we were upset because it's not that I spent a lot of money on that. That game, I already had a copy of it, but my son wanted it for a different console, for a different system. And so I said, fine, if you want to get it, but I'll explain more next month when I'll show you that game, because I'm gonna have to cover that one for the December haul. But anyways, I was disappointed at that one, and then I still haven't received about 3 or 4 more games that I bought, and those are gonna be coming probably later in the week, which by then, by the release of this video, it'll probably have to go to the December haul. So December's probably going to have more games than this month. But anyways, this weekend when I went to GameStop, I found Subnautica for the Xbox One. This is a game that I've been wanting to get for a really, really long time. Yeah, it came with, I guess, a code or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be like an adventure, you know. It's like an adventure game underwater. Earlier, a few months back, I played a really fun game. I'm gonna cover that one later in the next couple of weeks. It's gonna be one of my all-time favorite games of 2022 that I played. But it reminded me of that, and ever since then, I've been wanting to get this one. I know that Subnautica has a sequel, which I did get, and this one was really cheap. It was on sale. Got it brand new for the PS5, Below Zero. The continuation, I guess, of this one. I know that the Nintendo Switch version, I don't know if it's all consoles, they have a double pack where they're both together. I couldn't find that one, but altogether it wasn't a bad buy. So I'm glad I got these two, Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero. This is probably something I'm gonna be playing sometime in the next couple of weeks or next year. That are my bucket list to play. The next game was a game that I was looking at the website. Supposedly they said that this game wasn't available within the radius or the area of GameStop, but yet I ended up getting it, and that's Ever Forward for the PS5. This one, it reminds me a lot of I'm not gonna say it. What's the name of that game? It was a game that was like very difficult. Anyways, it's a platformer, like it's a puzzle platformer. Um, and it reminds me a lot of that game, but man, I can't believe I always blank out on these names. Celeste, that's it, Celeste. Reminds me of Celeste. Similar. I don't think it's quite similar, but it gives me that vibe. But this was another game that I was going through the website trying to get. And I did get it, and it was complete, so that's a good thing. But and for the PS5, clearance meaning that I paid only like $7.50 for it, so I didn't pay a lot. And this is something that I was looking forward to get for a while. So I'm glad I got it. And see how I was saying GameStop, the websites are just junk for GameStop. Oh, and another thing, I had a point. I had a how do you call it? I had points, digital points and physical points. And I was going to use my points to buy all those games, but I was only able to use the $15 digital points. So that's a good thing. And even then, I had to buy a game that was not on sale in order to use that coupon. But one of the games that I got was pretty good, and I'll show it next month. So that's a good thing. And then finally, I got Endling Extinction is Forever for the Switch. I saw a review of this one. Is like a fox who's trying to get away with her cubs. I'm like looking at the picture, but I know it is true. Like she's trying to save like her children from, I guess it's like deforestation or something that's going on, and the story was very interesting. So this one I got it for really cheap, and this is one of the games that came through the order. So yeah, so that's it on games. So unfortunately, I was waiting for more. I didn't get them. However, I did get a couple of cool things. Now, during this weekend, and everything happened this weekend for the most part. But I'm going to do something that I bought a few weeks ago. First of all, wrestling figures. I finally found, a few weeks ago, I went to Lego convention, Lego Palooza in near Sacramento, and I went to one of the GameStops in the area, and I was finally able to find the other half, Dax Harwood from AEW. Since earlier I had bought Cash Wheeler, and now I have the pair. I got FTR. So yeah, and it came with the belt and everything. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that one, and I found that one there. So yeah, I'm always keeping my eye out on these figures, because I should have gotten Lance Archer. I regret not getting Lance Archer. I like Lance Archer. And I would have had the whole who's the next one? Yeah, I would have had everybody. So to complete Series 7. But anywho, if I do see Lance Archer in the wild, I'll probably pick him up. And then you know how I've been telling you guys that I've been going to DD's in search of something. I'll explain it next. But first, when I was at DD's, I keep running into these UFC figures. Now, mind you guys, no offense or anything, I'm not a fan of UFC. I neither love it or hate it. Nothing against it. Because I do respect that, a lot of UFC people go to WWE or AEW and vice versa. So I have respect for the Ultimate Fighting, or Ballador, or mixed martial arts. And to me, I do like it. It's not that I have no feelings. I like it, but I'm not tapped into that specific crowd like I am with WWE or AEW. But I did get one of these figures, and that is Jorge Masvidal. I did a little bit of research, and he has that belt, the best, the something best mother effer, it's the belt that he got. And I learned that he did I believe that the whole story goes that in one of the events for UFC, he fought, and they made this belt specifically for that particular fight, which he won. And so I think it stands for the baddest MFer. So anyways, but I got the figure, and that kind of, when I buy wrestling figures, I always try to get if they're going on sale, I always try to look for the ones that have the belts, because whenever you have you know, I collect wrestling figures and all that, and I know that for a fact that usually the wrestlers are not that expensive when you see them out in the wild. What costs a lot of money is the belts. So those are the ones that, if you're collecting figures like these, aim to get the ones that have the belts, because you'll end up paying more for the belt in the long run when you're looking for it out in the wild than you would buying the figure with the belt. And at least you get the figurine with it. So I'm always in the hunt for figures that are on sale that have belts, you know, and that's what I look for. But sometimes I do get figurines because, like, for example, like Orange Cassidy, he's currently, as of the making of this video, he's the I believe he's the, I forgot the name of the belt, it's kind of like the version of the Intercontinental Championship belt in the WWE. But he holds that championship right now. He got it from beating the bastard Pac. And he won the belt, and currently he's the champion right now. I got the figure before, as I showed you guys in the video before, and now those figurines, those new series are coming out with, more likely he's gonna be the one having the belt. So now I want to look for the figure that had the belt, which more likely is gonna be Pac. But to find him in the wild with the belt might be kind of harder, because there's only been 2 championship reigns with that belt, I believe. Is it 2 or 3? I'm gonna say 3, but I think no, it's 2, because I think it's 3, because I think Pac won it from some other wrestler who won it, and he only had it briefly, and then Orange Cassidy won it from Pac. So yeah, but anyways, that's enough of that. The next thing that I'm going to show you guys, like I said in DDs, I'm hunting for these guys. These. So I got a third one. Last month, I showed you a video about these combiners. Man, I've gone to, I through the whole month of November, I went through a whole bunch of DDs, all the way from Sacramento to San Jose, to here to the area, through the whole Bay Area, because I was out and about throughout. And the only 3 figures I found was this one and the other 2 that I showed last month. And this one builds the leg, I believe. Yeah, it's the leg. It's one of the leg pieces of the combiner. And I know someone commented to me on a previous video that I should review the toy, but I'm going to try to hold off until I get all 6 of them to review it, because excuse me, I feel like this one is lesser quality than the Daiso one that I reviewed a few months back. But at the same time, I feel like this one's gonna be overpowering the other one, and I feel like this one's gonna be more I don't know, more accurate to the to Devastator. But anyways, we'll see how that goes. I just got the third one. And then also throughout my stints, I was going to, you know, do grocery shopping at our local 99-cent stores, and I found these really neat Dinobots. I'll show them right now. Here's one. He's number 1. It's this guy. And then number 2 is this one. You see this one? It's they call it Crazy Dragon Warriors. That's number 2. Let me see if I can put them. I don't want to knock off my water. This was my favorite. The Stegosaurus. Number 3 just looks really good. And then sorry, I'll put him like that. And then number 4 is the sorry, I said Stegosaurus. That's Triceratops. This is the Stegosaurus, the number 4. The second favorite. Yeah, so number 3, number 4, number 2, and then number 1. So I'm planning to do a video of these guys real soon, probably next month. I know I still have to do just to give you a little bit. Well, I'll do the updates after I'm done with the video. But anyways, this is something I'm gonna try to film and do a review on these robots, because I just want to show the quality and see how good they are. $4.99 each. Yeah, so I don't know if I got duped or if it was a goodbye. But they're all over 99-cent stores right now at the moment. And you know, they're pretty cool for robots. I'm a sucker when it comes to Transformers, and you'll see in a minute. But anyways, moving right along. The other thing that I collect that I don't know if I've ever mentioned, I collect mini arcades. Excuse me. I collect mini arcades. I'm a sucker for them ever since I was a kid. One of my cousins had I forgot the brand. It's the ones that have Frogger, Pac-Man. They were from the 80s. I want to say they're Coleco or Coleco. I don't know the brand, but anyways, throughout the years, I've gained a big collection of mini arcades. And you know, let me know in the comments below if you guys are interested. I'm probably gonna do a video of them eventually, because I have such an interesting collection, that I will go ahead and show them off. My plan in the future, right now, my girlfriend and I are remodeling a little bit the apartment, our apartment, and we're trying to make. I told her that one of the things I wanted to display were these mini arcades, and she said she made a deal with me that I'll display them if she can display something else, which I said fine. So anyways, I bought the first one that I bought was at DD's discount, and I did pay that price that's on the tag, and I kind of regret it. And it's this Billboard 8-bit mini arcade game machine. It sucks. I already opened it. I played it thinking it was going to have some interesting games. It does have about 2 or 3 games that are actual Famicom games or whatnot, but it's nothing to cry about. Everything else are these random repeated games that they just suck. I'm just not, you know, I'm not happy with that one. So yeah, I got that one earlier in the month. I got excited when I saw it because it wasn't that expensive, but for the price, if you see this out in the wild in Adidas, do not get it. It sucks. Sorry. I regret getting it. By the time that I could already go return it, I had already opened it and whatnot. So yeah, the next one. So this weekend we went to Ross, and we also went to a new store that opened up for us here in the area called Five and Below or something like that. Anyways, it's a brand new store that opened up where everything is $5 or less for the most part. They always trick you with that, you know. And in there, for about $5, I got this retro arcade, mini arcade. If you guys can see it, and it has these games. It says it has 100 retro games. Right off the bat, by the looks of it, it looks like it has some type of racing game, some little mini. These remind me of little mini keychains from back in the 90s that came out, which I think it's all right. Which I feel are probably going to be way better than that thing right there. Excuse me. So, I haven't played it, but I'll see how it is. It probably has Tetris, because I know that they had a handheld one, and that one showed Tetris and all of that. So, as long as it has Tetris or Breakthrough or anything like that, it might be to my liking. So, yeah. I think that one probably for $5 is probably 10 times better than that piece of crap right there. And then the next one, of course, a few weeks, like a week or two ago in my local DD's, I found Dig Dug, which is the My Arcade Dig Dug. I love Dig Dug. Dig Dug is one of my favorite Atari or old school games. Really, really cool. It looks really decent. I believe I have something similar to this where you can take the joystick. But this one right here, guys, even though it's one, it cost me a lot of money. I have another one I'll show you guys. I don't mind getting it. I think you know, this is the type of stuff that I'm collecting. So I feel like it's a little bit too expensive, but then yet again, it's cool. And then the next one is another game that I like that I think it's tough as nails that I still have to beat. Is Rolling Thunder. In the same matter from my arcade. Really cool looking game. I wonder if this one has the password save. It has the features right there. Let me see. Features. Let me see. Featuring artwork by the original Rolling Thunder. Perfect for any game room. Volume control. Yeah, it doesn't give you much of the game. But anyways, same price tag, 24 bucks, 25. But yes, definitely I would, if you guys are fans of this, it might go a little pricey. I'm down for it though. For these, for $5 you can't beat that one. If it has Tetris and it has a couple of those, it's worth it even for $5. This is a piece of crap. Do not get it. If please guys, save yourself your money. Do not get that one. That one sucks. You can find something better and cheaper. There you go. Than that. But anyways, those are my mini arcades that I got. Really, really happy with these. Despite that one crappy one. I wish, I would have held back, but you never know, sometimes, sometimes these, one of the things about these is that sometimes they come with, I have one that I bought for cheaper than this. And it had way more games, and it had games like Adventure Island and other similar games. Sometimes Adventure Island comes in these type of games, and even for having a couple of those games, it's fun. It had Chip and Dale, even Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers had a lot of cool games in it. And to have those will be much better than this piece of crap. Avoid it, please. This is a ripoff. Even if Billboard is putting their name on this thing, you guys are tripping. You guys are getting had. But anyways, moving right along. I mentioned about the Masters of the Universe He-Man stuff. So I got this one. This is one of the pieces. It is Mega Construct. I wasn't sure if it was Mega Construct. And I got this character. This is one that I needed. And I think I paid, I don't know if I paid less for that. It didn't go for that. But these, I completed all of these, I believe. So I have all of them. And I have He-Man's ship. And then I also bought an enemy ship with Battle Cat in it and He-Man. So I'm planning on building them and then showing them off in the future for the toys. And doing the game review of that all together with this guy right here, Masters of the Universe. So anyways, now for the creme of la crop. Or how you say it, whatever. I know I'm saying it wrong. At that Five Below store, I found several Transformers. Let me show them. And I'll show you guys in a minute. They're all here on the floor scattered. And I did pay $5, but I think they were worth it. I got Optimus Prime. Grimlock. Got him. One of my favorites, Megatron. I looked at it. I want to say I got something similar to him, but it was part of the whole collection of these. Starscream, which I don't think I have in this form, which is cool. And then the one that really caught my eye, RC. I've never seen a tiny RC like this before, and the car looks very accurate. Looks very, very accurate to the original RC. I'm a sucker for RC. I'm sorry. When it comes to RC toys and the Transformers, is because growing up, this was one of my characters that I wish that the Transformers that Hasbro and all of them would have released. That they would have released in G1. They could have done it, but they never did. And I feel like it's because it was more of a female character or whatnot. But all of these 5, 10, 15, $25 for all of them, which I don't know if they're worth it or not. Maybe I should do a review of these guys. I may do a review of these guys in the near future. I should do a review to see how the quality is and how good they are. And if you do see them out there in a Five Below store, whether to get them or not. The one thing I don't like about Optimus Prime, which I noticed, is like his arms look stiff. It looks kind of blocky. But other than he's my least favorite. My least favorite, then him, then I don't want to say Starscream is my least favorite either. Then Megatron, and then RC. RC is my most favorite right now as far as looking them through the package. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong when I open them up. Anyways, the final thing that I got. Yeah, I know it's a lot of Transformers that I got this month. Definitely be worth doing reviews on some of these guys. At my local Ross, I found all of these at not my local Ross, but at one of the Ross stores that I went, I found all of these that I'm about to show. All of these bunch of Transformers. First one is Buzzworthy and Bumblebee. I guess, Buzzworthy, Bumblebee. This is kind of like from a show or something. No, it's actually War for Cybertron. Bumblebee and Spike Witwicky. Only incarnation of Spike Witwicky that I've seen as an official Hasbro toy. Nothing great, because the transformation is, I think, you just flip him over and he transforms. I don't like. Well, I seen a review video. I watch a lot of MGO reviews. And I saw MGO review this one. So big shout out to MGO if he's watching, hopefully. Who knows? But he did this review, and it really caught my eye because of Spike Witwicky. How much did I pay? I paid $7. Yeah, I paid a little bit. You'll see. I think I paid a lot for these Transformers, but at the end of the day, these are not showing up anywhere anymore. They used to show up when I was at it wasn't going for no $19. When I remember seeing that at Target for less. But I did see this one at Target one time. But this one is something that I've been wanting to get because I've always wanted Spike Witwicky. I feel like he should be part of the G1. You know, there is an original. There is a knockoff Transformer of Bumblebee and Spike Witwicky with a better transformation, but it costs like $30-something from China or something, and he does transform into a Volkswagen G1 accurate, or very G1 accurate. It's out there in eBay and in the wild. I've been wanting to get that one, so eventually at one point I'm gonna try to get it. Not now, but maybe later down the line. But for now, this is good. Okay, all of these are gonna be Kingdom War for Cybertron figures. First one I got was Black Arachnia. I did also see a review of MGO, which reviewed Black Arachnia, and she looked pretty badass in the transformation and everything. So I was impressed when I saw it, because I remember seeing Black Arachnia in the shelves, and I could care less for it until I saw the review, and I was like, oh, $9.99, which is actually a decent price for these. I think so. They were going for that amount. I agree, about $17-18, because now a figure of this size goes for like $20-something. Hasbro has raised the prices. The next one, this one, I never saw this one, Autobot Slammer. I never saw this one. At first, I thought this was Megatron. And I looked and I was like, oh, crap, Megatron. But then when I looked at the back, it's almost like Megatron. It's like a Megatron. And it's one of those that split up and make a battle pieces for the other Transformers. I do have him. I do have this particular Transformer. Who is that? That looks like Pipes, or is that yeah, that looks like Pipes. I want to say that's his name. So I do have him. And so this will be pretty cool. I've always wanted one of those. The next one now, these are the more I would say, is this a deluxe? No, Voyager class. And this one is Rhinox. I did pay, yeah. And this was going for more money. So yeah, actually this wasn't a bad buy. I don't think I saved a lot, but then you don't see them anymore. God, I'm not a fan of the Beast Wars Transformers, to be honest with you. But at least I'm able to get it. And here's another Beast Wars. Tigatron. This one looks pretty cool, actually. I don't think I've seen a review of this one. He looks kind of skinny in this picture, but he'd probably be more beefier. But yeah, Tigatron. I don't know. And then finally, now this one is something that my girlfriend found out. It's a 2-in-1 pack. I actually got it for this one. I did get it for really cheap. It's Maximal Skywarp and Sideswipe. I don't think I have Sideswipe. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't think I have them for that. I don't have the G1. I may have the G1 Sideswipe. I don't think so. But that one, no. And yeah, and it's a 2-in-1. It looks really badass, you know? And not bad, because yeah, I believe that this one probably went more expensive. I don't want to, I wonder if this is a, I may want to say that this is a Battle Across Time collection. That's I like the cover of this box. It's pretty cool. But yeah, my girlfriend spotted this one, and I told her, damn, I'm like, okay, great eye, because yes, I snatched it. Really cool. But anyways, guys, that was my haul for November 2022. I know I dragged this video on for a really long time, but thank you guys for those who have stuck around until the end of the video. I'm gonna do a couple of quick updates. I got a bunch of video game reviews coming up. One of them, I know that I told you guys a while back that I'm planning on doing a series. I have the gameplay done for that particular series. The only thing I need to do is do the recording like I'm doing right now. And that has a very, very interesting story. It's something that I really want to show you guys, because when you guys see the video, you guys are going to be like, whoa, it's a series that I don't want to spoil it, because I think it's very interesting. The other thing, again, it's my documentary that I was planning on doing. As you guys know, that I mentioned earlier in the month, I went through a procedure, an operation. Everything went well. However, I'm still feeling kind of. They said that the aftermath of this was going to take a little bit longer. You know, for the most part, I've been feeling well. But at the end of the day, like earlier this weekend, I've been feeling like still with pain. And I don't know if, I'm pretty sure that's normal. I'm going to talk to my doctor. If it continues, I'm going to check it out. I kind of looked around it. I saw the doctor's notes, and it says that it is normal for that to happen for this long. It's already been 4 weeks now that I had my operation, but I'm going through a little bit of pain, but all in all, I'm doing okay. I'm about to, if it goes worse, then I'll check it out. Going back to the documentary, I have like I mentioned before, I remember in another haul video a few months back, I have almost everything done with the exception of recording what I have, what I want to record live like I'm doing now. This setting, if you guys know, my biggest problem is recording when it comes to doing this, because I have to find the time to do what I'm doing right now. The video gameplays and all of that, I can record. It's easier for me to do. I could do the Bay Area Collector robot form, but I don't like doing the voiceovers while I'm playing and just showing the game, and that's that. I like to talk my story about it. But, you know, for the most part, a lot of the videos, I already have everything recorded. I've been feeling lazy doing the documentary. I may switch it up to what I had planned. I so want to bring it out. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I don't know if to do it in this setting like I'm talking right now, or doing it in the setting, you know how you guys see those like crime videos where you see the images and the pictures and someone talks over, narrates the whole thing. you know, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like I said, I was doing a beat, you know, a track to go, like a song to go behind it. That's already pretty much for the most part done. Like I mentioned, just need to lay the track. I just been too lazy to do that. But the beat itself, it's already completed. It's just been a lot of work, and then it's also becoming close to the end of the year. If I'm not gonna show it, more than likely, my other plan, if I'm gonna release that special game series that I want to review, more than likely what I'll do is do the game series and probably take a break. I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed, you know, sometimes with a lot of the stuff that's going on. You know, I love doing what I do, but sometimes, you know, with my kids and my family, it gets really hectic. But at the end of the day, I really want to do it because that's something I love to do. And then finally, you know, doing the Transformer reviews, like doing more of that. And then there was one more thing I was gonna mention. Oh, the GoBots. I gotta do. There's gonna be 2 more videos that I'm gonna do. I already have the toys with me, the final pieces of the toys of the more obscure GoBots. However, I want to go ahead and at the same time, I'm gonna do 1 episode of that and then do the finale episode, the final one. It's gonna be 2 more episodes coming up of that. Sometime maybe in December, this coming month, I'll probably do the second to the last, and then I'll probably wrap up the series in January. But then again, I also want to do my most memorable games of 2022, because there are a few of them that I want to talk about that I may or may not ever review. So when I do those, I want to do that. And then there's another little video that I want to do regarding games that I took the monkey off my back. There's been games that I've just recently beat that have taken me years to beat, meaning that I bought the games many years ago, played it, set it aside, got lazy with it, and I just beat some of those. And that's something really interesting and fun to show you guys. And then one more thing that I want to do, this whole setting right here, describe what each item means. This will be a quick video. If I do that, I'll probably sneak it in between and talk about what each item here means to me, because there are meanings to each of these particular items that I have. Another thing I want to do finally before I stop is I really want to do, there's a couple of troll games that I want to do and have these guys and whatnot. But that's a story for another day. I'm getting way ahead of myself right now. But this is one video that I want to do, describe what's going on in this setting right here, what those things mean. Would be a little bit interesting because there are some interesting things, interesting tidbits with that. But anyways, I mumbled and dragged things too long. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. For all of you guys who stayed until the end to see it, thank you so much for visiting, for watching, and I appreciate you guys. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.